Okay, so I want to do a reaction pack that's a little bit different today. Anyways, there's loads of creators gathering around Skyebrows. So he's an AI music video creator, and the people gathering around him are kind of like tribute bands for the Beatles, you know, gathering around the Beatles. It's kind of like a situation like that. So, like, trying to follow in his footsteps, trying to make stuff similar to him. But, you know, he's not in charge of us or anything. We're just imitating and admiring. But anyways, there's a bunch of small creators in the community. I cover a lot of creators, but usually the larger ones that have a whole bunch of AI music videos. But I wanted to cover a bunch of people that have just one AI music video in the Skyebrows style, or maybe they have a few of them. Some of them are large channels, but they do almost entirely other things, so that they don't have very many music videos. They just have maybe one or two or three. But anyways, I've got 7 small creators lined up with 7 videos, and hopefully I can get through all of them today. Might not be able to, but we'll see how far we can get in the list of 7 creators and 7 videos. And anyways, so I found a lot of talented people this way. Everyone starts out with just one video. And all of these, the creators and the videos, the links will be in the description, and I'll also put some timestamps down there, so you can skip ahead to whichever creator you want to see first in the reaction. So you can skip around that way and don't have to search through the whole thing. Okay, so first of all, I wanted to start out with this video. The best is yet to come, We the People. This is a 4th of July Patriotic Anthem for 2026, which I'm an American, and this is going to be our 250th anniversary as a country. And this is the creator here, DeoCookie, right here. And they don't have very many of the music videos, and so I'm just going to cover this one right here. Yep, that one right there. Okay, so let's look, and we'll look at the description first. Okay, so this one started as a simple idea. I wanted to make something for America's 250th birthday that captured the American spirit, who we are, what we've been through, and the belief that the best is still ahead of us. I wrote the lyrics with that in mind: pride, struggle, unity, humor, determination, and hope. This video features stylized animated versions of creators who inspired the lyrics and represent different parts of the American spirit. From the chaos and resilience to the heart and the future we're still building. This country has been through a lot, but we're still here and we're still worth fighting for. Big thanks to everyone who inspired this and are featured in this video. And yeah, mostly VTubers, but also has Asmongold, Simone and Malcolm of Based Camp, and Don P. Bongwater has done a little bit of VTubing with the frog avatar, but not very much. Okay, so a bunch of people in there, and then the rest are lyrics here. Okay, so let's make it big, and I'm already impressed with this very first starting frame right here. It looks good, and let's go. We the people! We the people! Okay, so I think the first red-haired one might have been Ember Paradox in different clothing than usual. I'm not sure. And this one is either Leaflet or her mother, Asari. It's hard to tell with different clothing and with the top knot covered up with that cowboy hat, but probably Leaflet. Oh, and this would be Malcolm of Simone and Malcolm of Based Camp. In 1770. Oh, and then Asmongold. Wow, DeoCookie made Asmongold really muscular. It makes me laugh whenever I see that. But yeah, looks really similar to Put Them in the Box Asmongold from Leaflet's music video, Put Them in the Box, but even more muscular, so that is humorous. 76, they lit a fire in the dark. 13 colonies told the world. Oh, and Benjamin Franklin. I bet we're gonna see a bunch of founding fathers in this video. Yeah, oh, I wanted to say I really like the quality of the animation. I've been noticing a few AI errors, but not very many. And I like the way that it looks like really detailed, I want to say like maybe colored pencil and watercolor. Yeah, it kind of looks sort of between those two styles, but yeah, looks really good. Let's keep going. They'd rather die than live without a spark. They wrote it down in blood and ink on parchment worn and thin, that all men are created equal and this experiment would begin. From Concord to Yorktown, they pay the price in full, so the idea of freedom wouldn't die in some king's rule. And every generation since has had to make the choice to keep the flame alive or let it fade into the noise. Yeah, the price of freedom is eternal vigilance. You have to maintain that thing constantly. The people still stand 250 years and we're still a free land. Okay, so yeah, this is Celestium, Powder, and Ember Paradox. Yeah, I wasn't quite sure whether the redhead at the beginning was supposed to be Ember Paradox or not, but this is definitely Ember Paradox. Okay, let's keep going. We argue like hell, we bleed. Oh, and then this is the evil version of Leaflet, like her evil twin or something that she uses in her music videos and in some other places. But yeah, this is actually a VTuber model that she's used for various purposes, like the mock debate with Celestium. And people have come up with various names for it, but she finally named this character Quanglet in one of her videos. Yeah, so this is Quanglet, like right here. When we fight, but we guard this idea with everything inside. We the people still believe in the right to speak, to pray, to keep what we achieve. From the mountains to the cities, from the farms to the sea. This is still America, and it still belongs to we the people. There's a flag on a porch in a town most folks never see. Okay, and then this would be Leaflet and her mother Asari. They look very similar, but Asari has longer hair, so that's one of the ways to tell them apart. Let's keep going. A kid in the city. Okay, and I think this would be Malcolm as a boy. Oh, and he's got a Leaflet Stellar Humanism poster on his wall. Yeah, the Stellar Humanism is sort of like the philosophy that Leaflet has been promoting in her music videos lately. You got, it's about colonizing space and stuff like that. But also about improving humanity. Okay, let's go. Dreaming bigger than his street. A truck on the highway. This has got to be Pipkin Pippa. Yeah, this is Pipkin Pippa. Okay, let's keep going. With the windows down low. Okay, and then is this Malcolm as a boy being taught by his own mother? I think so. Okay, let's keep going. Teaching her children what they'll never find in a phone. We work, we fail, we get back up again. And then Nuxanor or Nuxtaku and Kirsha. Let's keep going.
Part more times than we can count, then stitched it back together when the fire died down. That's the miracle nobody else has ever made last. A nation born in argument that somehow still holds fast. We built the railroads, the rockets, the code that runs the world. We turned dust into cities and gave hope to boys and girls. From the factories to the startups, from the oil fields to the labs, we do the hard things other nations said we couldn't have. And when the darkness came...
Okay, and I think this is supposed to be Nuxtaku without his mask and in different clothing. Yeah, I'm not seeing any other cameos that could possibly be it, so I think that's Nuxtaku again, or Nuxanor.
We didn't hide or run. We stood back up and said the work is never done. We the people still stand 250 years, and we're still a free land. We've been tested by fire. We've been broken and healed, and the best of this country is still yet to be revealed. We the people still believe in the right to speak, to pray, to keep what we achieve. So light the fireworks high.
Oh, Don P. Bongwater, right here he is. This is a really cool rendition of him. Yeah, he's been doing a lot of new stuff lately, but you can't see it on YouTube, at least not yet.
On this July night, and sing it like you mean it. This country's still worth the fight. We the people, we the people. 250.
Oh, this is Malcolm and Simone, and I guess this must be one of their children. Okay, I was misunderstanding it before. I thought it was Malcolm as a boy, but yeah, this is one of their children. Okay, yeah, I only barely see their children and usually just the babies, so I didn't think they had one this old, but yeah, okay, now I'm understanding. I misunderstood it before. I wanted to say, I haven't been commenting very much on the music, but this is really good music. It kind of reminds me of Put Them in the Box, but it's, you know, it's got that high energy rock anthem music, really good catchy music. Okay, well that was cool and very topical for the 4th of July that is less than a month away right now. So this creator here is DeoCookie, and that was The Best Is Yet to Come, We the People, 4th of July Patriotic Anthem 2026. So this is DeoCookie right here with 30 subscribers and 11 videos. Okay, so the next one I want to cover is, let's see if I'm pronouncing that correctly, Swifvente or Swifvente. So season 2 channel introduction opening. This is this creator right here, Swifvente or Swifvente, this elf, and I guess they have their own elf characters and this this world that they've created. And then this, let me look at the description. Okay, so a new anniversary of Swifvente brings a new season. I had to re-upload because of an audio bug. A new channel video to introduce the world of Swifvente, crafted using several tools available, Grok, Suno, And then they have a link to the song, which I guess is the song they created with Suno. Swifvente is a fictional leader based around an elven kingdom whose arts are trained in two-handed weapon combat, specifically the pole arm. Okay. Okay, so let's look at this. It's only 1 minute and 16 seconds. Let's see what it looks like and what it sounds like. Okay, I think it's in Japanese. Let's see if I can turn on... no, I don't want subtitles in Japanese. I want it auto-translated. Okay, let me try to get it auto-translated. English. Okay, let's try starting it again. But I did want to say I like this. This is like, it sounds like anime opening music. It's high energy. It doesn't sound as good as the last song, but it's, you know, it's decent. And I like the fantasy imagery, and I really like this scene where it like goes from the forest to the grassland to the desert and then all this lava stuff. I don't know what that meant, but it was cool. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, so I think humans attacked the elf city, and then this elf I think looks like his profile picture. Yeah, this elf looks like his profile picture, so I think this is his self-representation character right here. Although this one has red eyes here and here, and this one does not, but that might just be an AI error. Yeah, I'm noticing more animation errors in this one than in the last one, but for the most part it looks pretty good. Yeah, it's only 1.5 months old, so it was harder to do this 1.5 months ago, but the tools were there, so yeah, this kind of thing could be done. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, so the style changed there. I usually don't like it when the style changed where it became almost 3D. I mean, not really 3D, it's still animation, but it looks kind of like somewhere between video game animation and CGI, but some of it is also still looks like drawn animation. But probably when there were these fight scenes, he had to switch it to something that handled fight scenes better, like a different process or a different AI model. Okay, so that's probably why that happened. But the fight choreography itself does look good. I just, you know, I complain about changing animation style pretty much whenever I see it. Okay, it's just one of my pet peeves. Let's go. Okay, so that was cool. It was fairly simple, but it wasn't very long, so there wasn't, you know, room for it to become complex. And it was cute. It looked good. The song was nice. So very cool. And this is Swifvente, and with Swifvente Season 2 channel introduction opening. So that's about this channel. Okay, so now the next one I want to get is Somali Pirates Who Don't Have to Do Anything Because the Democrats Steal for Us. And that's by the IronTiger. And this creator here, look at this in the description. The AI is trained on my art style. My art style is what was used to generate the imagery. Yeah, I saw that in the description and I was like, oh wow, I've got to put that in the reaction pack, because there's a whole bunch of these small creators and can't get them all in here. But yeah, I had to, because I'm very interested in creators who like draw their own art and then they train the AI on their own art. So it's sort of like they're an animator who does the keyframes, and then they have the team of animators underneath them that animate it all. It's kind of like that, but instead of the animation team, they've got an AI. Okay, so the rest of the description says, the news is full of instances of Democrats wasting our taxpayers' dollars on vote-buying schemes. This song is about that, just so we're clear. I'm sick to death of finding out that they take half my paychecks to bribe other groups of people. It's time for the taxes as spoils system to end. So if it's not clear, the song isn't about any particular group. It's about the abuse of the taxpayer at the hands of very white and very corrupt Democrats. Yep. So, and the Pirates Who Don't Have to Do Anything, it's probably based on the VeggieTales song, or at least on the idea of it. I don't know if it'll sound like it, but the idea of it, the VeggieTales song, The Pirates Who Don't Do Anything, which is really famous. So I'll include a link to that song in the description as well. But let's rewind it and let's look at IronTiger's stuff here.
We are the Somali pirates who don't have to do anything. The Democrats steal your money for us. Whoa! And if you complain, you're just a racist. Your country is circling the drain.
Yep, from hearing it, it does not sound at all like the VeggieTales song. It sounds pretty different from the VeggieTales song. So it's not just a remix of that song, it's its own unique song. Okay, let's keep going.
Well, I never gone to anywhere except Mexico, where I snuck across the border. Since then I sat around collecting welfare checks. The government pays my food and bills, I just sent Tim Waltz the order.
And then Tim Walz, governor of Minnesota, and a lot of people say that either he's got to be involved in the fraud or he was incredibly stupid to not notice that it was happening. And either way, you know, he needs to go. Yeah, he needs to go out of office.
Somali pirates who don't have to do anything. The Democrats steal your money for us. And if you complain,
I think it's got some repeating animation in here. Well, I already knew there was some with the ship, but yeah, I think it's actually possibly just going through the same animation loop again. I'm not sure if it's exactly the same. It's similar, at least. It's quite similar. Yeah, so this actually might be a looping animation video, which I usually don't do, but this loop is longer and more complicated than they usually are. Yep, okay, let's go.
You're just a racist. Your country is circling the drain. Well, I never had a job in my whole life. Thanks to the Democrats, I'll never need one. Thanks to Obama, Walz, and Biden, you get to work and...
Oh, where it says Walz in the closed captioning, it means Tim Walz. Yeah, it's hard to get that into the closed captioning properly.
We get all the fun, sucks to be you, sucker! We are the Somali pirates who don't have to do anything. The Democrats steal your money for us.
Oh, and then here it says C, where I clearly heard them say steal and not C. So yeah, that's an error in the closed captioning.
And if you complain, You're just a racist. Your country is circling the drain.
It's circling the drain, not the train. Yeah, these closed captioning, yeah, the AI automatically generates closed captioning, and often it makes errors like this. So this isn't the creator's fault. I'm complaining about it, but it's not the creator's fault.
We are the Somali Pirates who don't have to do anything. The Democrats steal your money for us. And if you complain, you're just a racist. Your country is circling the drain.
Oh yeah, this is a reference to the Leering Center in Minnesota that Nick Shirley very famously uncovered and sells the sweatshirts with the logo on it and everything. And it says 1-800-FRAUD, yeah. Yep, see IronTiger, so he's got all his socials here and his coffee. Yep, he does traditional art and AI art, and it looks like from the description like he mixed them in here because he drew it himself and then used the AI to make it go. Okay, so that was very cool, and I really like to see people mixing the traditional and the AI art together. Okay, so this is the IronTiger Somali Pirates Who Don't Have to Do Anything Because the Democrats Steal for Us. Okay, so let's go to the, and that was this channel here. And let's go to the next one. So this is the Grand Masquerade and Skyebrows Cinematic Universe story by Harbl. So you might think, oh, I know Harbl. Well, you might be thinking of a different person in the Skyebrows community, Happy Harbl. So this Harbl gets represented by a tortoise, sometimes a tortoise with these gems on its back, sometimes not. But yes, so this creator here, yeah, most of the stuff before is just plain old music, doesn't really have animation. Or this one that's just 15 seconds of someone else's music and the seals dancing around. So anyways, so this is their first like big thing that we're gonna see here. Yeah, this is their first big thing. So yeah, so this is Harbl, a different character than Happy Harbl. So Harbl's a tortoise and Happy Harbl is a cat, or sometimes a cat girl. Okay. So let's rewind it and look at the description. 3 weeks ago, I was making phone format AI doo-doo posts. Then some girl who plays a demon on the internet, I wonder if that was Vesper, that might have been Vesper, put a silly idea in my head. What you just watched is someone learning prompt writing, shot composition, timing, editing, special effects, etc. from a standing start, all for the sake of a joke. Yes, it is unashamed cameo sloppa. Yeah, that's what people in the Skyebrows community, that's what they call it when you make a video that seems to have an awful lot of cameos in it, is they call it cameo slop. And sometimes cameo slop works really well. Sometimes it doesn't really work that well, but just about everyone's first video is cameo slop of some kind or another. Sometimes really high quality stuff, sometimes not so much. But yeah, it's very common for the first video in the Skyebrows cinematic universe that a creator makes. Okay. So let's go back to what Harbl is actually saying. Harbl says, yes, it is unashamed cameo sloppa. That's the point. We're all playing a game of masquerade on the internet. Might as well acknowledge that and have some fun with it. In case you were somehow confused, here's the cheat sheet. Everyone in order. Okay, so there's a lot of people here. And I think when I looked at this before, I was in here somewhere. Oh, yep, there I am. Right there. Penny Bloomfield. There I am. Okay, and I think I'm trying to see if I'm going to recognize all these others. Pink Elf, I don't think I will recognize. Gojirizard, I recognize that one some of the time, but I'm not sure. I often have trouble. Jessmaid, yeah, I have difficulty recognizing Jessmaid. Lee Tavern Nicole, do not recognize that one. Let's see, these others all look recognizable. Oh, and here's the other one, Happy Harbl the cat, that Harbl often gets confused with. Murrowmow, often have trouble recognizing that one. Let's see, Z Hunter. I don't think I've ever heard of Z Hunter. And Autastic, I recognize the name, but I'm not sure if I'm going to recognize the character. Raylan, is that Scarlet Raylan Foxfire? I'm not sure. Mystical Yazzie. Okay, so I should be able to recognize both of them. I mean, almost all of them. Tools used: Grok Imagine, Chat GPT Image, Suno, Clipchamp, a complete lack of skill or judgment. Oh, you read this far? Okay, Easter egg for the Skyebros. You have no idea how proud I am to be able to point to your art, music, and videos and say, yeah, I know the guys who made that. Some of them I'm fortunate enough to call friends. Thank you for everything. And that's all I have to say about that. Okay, so this is a first video, and it is being called Cameo Slop by the creator, and it does have a huge amount of cameos. Okay, so take this Grand Masquerade for what it is, a fun, dramatic, exotic party full of interesting and colorful characters. Enjoy it now, for all ends too soon. It ends too soon? It ends too soon? What is that about? It ends too soon? Does that mean we're all going to get doxxed? All of our masks will be gone and we won't have the characters? I don't know what it means by all ends too soon. Or does it mean all ends too soon in the life is short kind of sense? That life is short and everything ends too soon. It might mean it in that sense. Okay, so let's make it big and let's look at it. Let's go. This is exciting. Already it sounds like that sort of, you know, that if you're watching the BBC and you're watching one of the old movies and there's a masquerade ball, they might have music sort of like this at it. Yeah, that sounds sort of like that. Okay, let's keep going. Yep. Silas Frostrunner. He's a husky. You can kind of see his husky ear up here. And his wife, Una Frostrunner. Yeah, oh yeah, everyone will be wearing these masks and probably having big hats. So yeah, it's going to be harder to recognize people in general. I don't think the background people are anyone. Yeah, and the image looks like Chat GTP. It has like a little bit of like the little tiny clutter, like and it's also a little bit lower resolution than it should be, which is not a Chat GTP thing. I think it's a Grok thing. Grok was doing that for a while, and I don't know if it's still doing it or not. But yeah, it looks like Chat GPT. Needs to be a little bit better resolution than this, I think, and a little bit less cluttered. It's got the tiny little artifacts. Yeah, I'm not talking about having too many people in the same scene or something. That seems to be working well. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, once they get over here, it looks better. Yeah, I mean, not extremely better. If I look at the background, I can still see smudges and clutter. But the central characters looked better, at least while they were moving. Let's look at it again. Yeah, right before the background changed, the central characters look clearer and better. Okay, and then we got the bloop, I'm pretty sure. And Hide Sinister. Yeah, they both look really good. I don't see her glowing shark tail, but I bet it's just hidden under the dress or something. Okay. Okay, so Nicola, not sure. Blast Box, or no, sorry. The channel is Blast Box AI. This character is called BB, and the guy that runs the channel and uses this mascot character is called Super Blast. Okay, trying to get it straight. And this looks like Kura Anagarashi. Okay, but who is that? So let me use the cheat sheet. Yes, I'm going to use the cheat sheet. Oh, Pink Elf. Okay, Pink Elf DJ. So that is Pink Elf DJ there. Okay, and I tried not to look at the next row. I'm not trying not to cheat too much. You know, just a little bit. You can see me cheating a little bit. I'm trying not to cheat too much. Oh, the notes are actually hanging in the air. So I guess those are like magic notes. Okay, and then, okay, so this looks like probably pseudo-gray. This Bupela? And I have no idea who this is. Okay, I'm going to use the cheat sheet again. Gonna look at the cheat sheet. Oh, Gojirizard. Okay, yeah, I told you I had trouble recognizing Gojirizard. Yeah, Bupela and Pseudo-Gray. And then Gleeman, Just Made, and a bunch of people. Okay. Gleeman right here. And he's thinking about the various stories from one of his storybooks. And is one of the background characters here Just Made? I'm not sure. I'm not very good at recognizing Just Made. Okay. Oh, yep. Here is Harbl. Yeah, this is Harbl right here. And, okay, and then we've got, oh, and this is probably Just Made with a bunch of children. And then who is this? Is this another child? Todd, Murrah, and Little Man. Oh, Little Man. Little Man is Silas, Frostrunner, and Yuna's kid. Okay. I was thinking these were all Just Made's kids, but yeah, that's Little Man. Murrah would be the pink-haired ones. The pink-haired one here, the child of Kinney the Hound and Melody the Hound that we haven't seen yet in this video. And then this one would be Todd, the son of Kivox and what's her name? His wife? I don't know. And then this here is self-representation character Harbl, that one right there, the tortoise. Okay, so right here. Okay, and yep. And the next one I'm going to recognize everyone except for Lee Taver Nicole. So let's look. Okay. I am wrong. I do not recognize any of them. Oh, that's got to be Moomy playing games. He looks super different than usual, but he's got a pharaoh mask on. Ked G-San. And then this has got to be Lee Taver Nicole. Yeah, this has got to be Ked G-San. He's hard to recognize without his golden sunglasses. Let me look at the cheat sheet again. That is, that is Ked G-San, Moomy playing games. Kyril Chikage and Lee Taver Nicole. Kyril Chikage. Oh, this has to be Kyril Chikage. Yeah, he's like wearing a wig, but he's got the color scheme of Chiral Chikage. I don't see his tail or his horns, and his hair is different, but that's got to be him, right? Yeah, I think so. Oh, and then this has got to be Le Tavernicole. Okay, I see. And Dot Pocket with one of his seals and with his bread. And those are memes. Dot Pocket's the creator of the seals. Louisverse Cinematics. I don't see Lady Wasabi. She's probably going to come into the screen any moment now. Okay, so that's got to be Lady Wasabi right there. I don't see the cat ears, and she should have a mask on the lower part of her face. But otherwise, she looks like Lady Wasabi. Okay, let's... she has a frying pan. Okay, let me go back to the cheat sheet and try to figure out what's happening with this frying pan. I do not know. Oh, but I'm next with Ovted Fastash and Rain Terran. Okay, let's see what my cameo looks like. Let's go. Okay, there I am right there with the pennies on my hat, and I've got pennies on my dress too. It looks like very cool dress. Thank you, Harbl. That is cool. And then Rain Terran, cowboy. So he's been made into like a Victorian masquerade version of that cowboy. And then Ovted Fastash right here. Yep. Okay, let's keep going. Oh, sorry, I had to pause again and look at myself. That is cool. That is very cool. Thank you. Okay, so then we got Night Owl, who doesn't actually come with an owl, but a lot of people depict him with an owl because he basically just looks like a generic guy, so it's hard to recognize him unless you depict him with an owl. And then we got Velasco Forge, who is a guy that wears an owl mask. So yeah, this isn't a masquerade mask. This is like his character's actual mask. So yeah, it's very cool that they would appear together. Very suitable. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, and then who is this? Okay, Velasco Forge. Where is it? Amhra? Amhra, I have no idea who Amhra is. Okay, but this must be Amhra. Let's make it big and let's go. Okay, I just saw the cheat sheet and I do not recognize these characters at all. I've completely forgotten what I was looking at seconds ago. Okay, so this has got to be Kitsuragi, Happy Harbl, and Muromau. Kitsuragi. This has got to be Happy Harbl, and this has got to be Muromau. But where's Kitsuragi? Probably he's about to walk into the screen. Okay, let's keep going. Yep. There we got Kitsuragi. And this is Happy Harbl, the one that is easily confused with Harbl. Okay, and then three nearly identical looking blondes pointing their fingers at each other. Reminds me of the Spider-Man meme. Okay, so Eradication, that's not someone I recognize. Cool Enjo and Julie LaCroix. Yeah, Cool Enjo and Julie LaCroix do look similar. Let's see. Oh, they've all got the same necklaces as well. Yeah, usually Julie LaCroix you can recognize with the starfish necklace, but yeah, they got exactly the same necklace. Okay, let's keep going. Oh, Occultist Notitia, who is a living statue. I love this look for him. Look at this. And then we got Depths Walker. And he's a cat mage. He's got cat ears. You can see one of them here, although it seems to be pointing in a weird direction. Or wait, is that part of his hat? I can't tell. I think it actually might be part of his hat rather than a cat ear. And then he's got this cat with him, which is, it's like part of his power. It's like an entity called Glitch, I think. Yep, and he can also turn into a cat that looks similar to Glitch, but they can be told apart by the inside of the ear color. And I'm thinking, but if you see them at the same time, then the other one has to be Glitch, because he's not in cat form. Okay, let's keep going. Oh, and then Nightway Fantasy. Really looks like the Nightway Fantasy character, yep. Okay, and then here's Kivox and the Nightway Fantasy character again, and then Kivox's wife, is it Kaylin? Is it Kaylin? Okay, so Kalith, not Kaylin, Kalith. Kivox and Kalith. Okay, let's keep going. Is this Runya Eithilnar? Looks like Runya Eithilnar. I didn't think she had fire power, did she? It is Runya Eithilnar, and then Father Lupus is going to come and save her, probably. Yeah, I guess this character has fire powers or something. Okay, let's keep going. And now she's loose and dancing with Father Lupus. Okay. Okay, and then we got Kinney the Hound and Melody the Hound. You saw their daughter Mura much earlier. Yeah, the pink-haired one at 50 seconds. Yep, you saw her much earlier there. Okay, and then this is Delta Wolf. Yeah, it's hard to recognize him without this arm being bare, but I guess you couldn't have one bare arm very easily in a party like this. But yeah, this is Delta Wolf. I see one eye coming through his blindfold. Yeah, that's really funny. Okay, let's keep going. Oh, wait, why is an owl stealing a pie from him? I don't understand that joke. Is that another Skybro that I don't know about? Let's look. Delta Wolf, special guest star Pie from the Baked Good franchise. Okay, so I guess the owl is named Pie, and the owl has some kind of Baked Good franchise. Okay, I don't know what that is. Is that another reference to the bread meme where everyone turns into bread? I don't know. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, and who is this character? I'm trying to think. Let's see. Z Hunter. Okay, no, I'm not going to recognize Z Hunter. I have no idea who Z Hunter is. Okay, let's keep going. Well, I really liked that graceful cat leap. Oh, and I guess they're mechanical. Look, they've got mechanical legs, but then they fall into a pile of burgers. I don't know what that is. And then we've got counterintelligent, and is that Jared Glasspool? Or no, he has a different look now. Jared Glasspool has a different look now. Okay, so enter 2 credits and count. Oh, is that enter 2 credits? I guess this is enter 2 credits. Oh, yeah, I see the 2 credits floating right here. Yeah, I see them floating right here. Okay. Yep, I understand now. Okay, let's keep going. Okay. Is this Psychro the Friendly Survival Specialist? This is, and is this Keen? And I don't know who that is. Okay, sorry. It's really hard to recognize people in costumes. Okay, so, oh, Joshua Frostrunner, Autastic, and Rhino-Rox. Okay, I was really, really wrong. Okay, so Joshua Frostrunner, this looks like him. I don't see the wolf ears and his face is smudged, but this looks like him. So this must be Autastic. And then, oh yeah, and then this does look like Rhino-Rox. Okay, very different clothing, but hard, yeah. So this must be what Autastic looks like. Yeah, I see Autastic in the chats a lot, but in the chats and live streams. Let's look at Autastic. Well, the Autastic picture looks different, but this is a reasonable variation on it. Okay. The Victorian Masquerade variation on it. Okay. And then let's make it big and let's go. Okay, so Raylan Scarletfire, I think, Mizuki, and Venetrix, who is a wolf VTuber, even though she looks like a fox. This face and this face look awkward, especially this face. Oh, and look, she's got fox ears on her face mask, and then she's got the real fox ears. That is humorous. Yep. But yeah, this face, it looks like, it's not like smudged. It looks like detailed enough, but the proportion, something about it just looks not right. Okay. Oh, and she's got some kind of book with a wolf face, or maybe a card on her belt. Okay. And this Raylan, I think it's like Raylan Scarletfire. Let me looky-loo. There we go. Let's looky-loo. Okay. Raylan. And I guess she looks like that, or like that. Okay. Okay, so we'll go back to the Grand Masquerade here. Okay, let's go. Oh, he like tried to fly, but he just blew up. And then all the girls laugh at him. Okay, okay, I don't know who these are. Let me look again. Okay, so Reaving Mango and Mystical Yazzie. Oh, are they a couple? I didn't know they were a couple. Oh yeah, Mystical Yazzie. I see the foxtail here. And then this basically looks just like a generic blonde guy. The clothing looks like slightly similar to his usual clothing, but not very much. Okay, let's go. And then this is Null, I think, and Liam, the Sea Bunny VTuber, the Sea Bunny, a type of sea slug. Yeah, Neum, yeah, and Null. And then the last one is Vesper, which, remember, they said then some girl who plays a demon on the internet put a silly idea in my head. I was wondering if it was Vesper. Vesper also makes the AI music videos. She's a Skybro in the community, and I am super behind on her videos. Need to do a catch-up reaction at some point. Okay, let's go. Yep, and there is Vesper, and I guess she's the last one, but there's still a significant amount of the video left, so let's see what happens. And then Reaving Mango, his clothing's ripped up. Okay, so to all the Skyebros, too numerous to name, thank you for dragging me along on this wonderful adventure. One pod, one current, one family, always. And special thanks to Vesper Blackthorn. So Vesper Blackthorn or Vesper Unlimited are the two things that people call her. Personae Demonis Cor Angelicum. Okay, that looks like Latin. For help, encouragement, and advice. So it was Vesper that helped Harbl. Okay, very cool. And then one pod, one current, one family. That's a reference to a bunch of like sayings and stuff invented by Dot Pocket. Yeah, he's really big on the one pod, one current, one family slogans, which goes along with the seal imagery. Okay, let's keep going and see if there's anything else in the video. Okay, so that was cool. It did look like a lot of it was just sort of testing things out and being like, hey, this is my first video. I want to test this out and see what it looks like. You know, a lot of it did look like that. But, you know, a first video often does look like that. And I want to see Harbl continue to make videos and improve. That would be really exciting. Okay, and then let's get rid of this one. Let's get rid of this one. Okay, so the one we were looking at, Harbl here, the tortoise. And let's go on to the next video. So I want to go to Change is Coming by Sinister Maker. Yeah, so, and this is Sinister Maker's self-representation character here. Now, if you go to Sinister Maker's channel, I've reacted to one of their videos here. You can actually see my character on the thumbnail for this video. So I reacted to this one before. I think both of it, both are about a month old, so they're probably going to be about the same skill level. But everyone was impressed with how well Sinister Maker was being able to make videos just on his phone, and he's getting like a full rig set up. So the third one might be a lot better than these two, but since these were made around the same time, I expect them to be of similar quality. And I'm not going to do a super deep critique on this one like I did on the other one, because I had a special purpose for doing a really like deep critique on the other one. So I'm just going to do, you know, a light critique on this one. But before we go in, look, no description has been added. Okay, so let's make it big and let's get a look at it. Let's go. Oh, I think this is Grok's Annie or an original character that resembles her a bit. And then that earlier was the egg that the good version of Roko's Basilisk hatches from. So already starting off with imagery that's common in the Skyebrows community. Okay, so and in his last video he did have a lot of original characters and also a lot of people from the Skyebrows community. Okay, so let's keep going.
Remember when fingers fuse wrong, hands like claws, faces too long, eyes and cheeks, teeth everywhere, early AI, pure nightmare.
Oh, this is about how early AI used to be really creepy looking, like it was possessed and demonic. That is interesting. And I like the sound here. This is good sound. Okay, let's keep going.
Change is coming fast, no brakes.
Okay, I think, look at how her hair goes off into like an iridescent white dragon tail. I think that this character here is actually possibly Roko's Basilisk in human form. Yeah, I think it is. Quite possibly.
Waves crashing, no escape.
I think that most or all of these are original characters. I think this one here looks familiar. I think this might be a VTuber, but I'm not sure which one. But I really do like the way that the imagery is very like detailed in some of these shots. I don't like the aspect ratio, but it's kind of pointless to complain about that. But look at this. Look at how super detailed this is. And yeah, it just looks like a really great character. And this I think is not a VTuber. I think this is an original character. But look at that, very awesome looking. Oh, this is who is this? Oh, Powder. Is this Powder? Oh, and then there's Lord Intellectual right there. And Ember Paradox. I think this one is an original character again, or possibly just Ember Paradox in a bikini, I'm not sure. Okay, and then we've got Sinister Maker with Demon Girls on each side. Both of them look like Vesper. They might both be Vesper, but I'm not quite sure. Oh, this looks kind of silly. Look at this. They've got the high heel part attached to their foot.
It's real, no more creep in the dark. Shorts go viral.
Oh, and then there's Lusty Lynx.
AI owns a chart.
Oh, this Smuggalana. Yeah, Smuggalana in her Firefox form. And then there's Skyebrows himself. Let's look. Yep, here he is. See, there's Skyebrows himself. Yeah, so Change is Coming is about the evolution of AI, where it's getting better looking and not creepy, and more people are accepting it.
Side by side.
Okay, I think, was that? I'm not sure who these two are. Okay, let's keep going.
We're not just tools, we're the time.
Oh, this reminds me of HanJin. Yeah, this looks very this particular character here looks similar to some of the stuff that HanJin was doing. Yeah, very good stuff. And then, is this Celestium? I mean, she's got pink hair. But no, I don't think Celestium would dress like that. That I don't, even though she has a halo, probably not Celestium. Okay, wait, I need to check on something. I'm just gonna pause it. Okay, I'm back. Everything was fine. We'll just keep going.
Change is coming fast, no brakes.
Oh, this character is not rendered as well as the others, but I like the motion. The motion of this character is really like natural looking. Look at this.
Waves crashing, no escape.
And there's Delta Wolf. I don't think this arm is supposed to have the galaxy on it. I think it's just this arm here. Yep, follow the white rabbit, don't be like that. Might be a reference to Noel's video, Tiny Campfire Glow, where he's following the white rabbit. And then we've got a lot of paint, which is used as a symbol of creativity in the Skyebrows community, especially in music satire and Nihilith videos. But here, yeah, Delta Wolf, yeah, a lot of them have the paint in it. Just a whole bunch of creators have the paint as a symbol of creativity. Oh, and there's Cinevier. Yeah, she's like a hero to the Skyebrows community because she got demonetized, and then she made this video on how she got remonetized. And her method really doesn't work anymore, but she really did help a lot of people and give a lot of good cheer to them. Oh, and here's Louisverse, or rather Lady Wasabi, her self-representation character. I don't see the ears on her hat, but it looks so much like her that it's pretty much got to be her, I think. Okay, let's keep going. When everybody's special, no one is. And then I think that was BB, or is it Celestium? It might be Celestium. Not entirely sure. And then we got Keen, the pirate VTuber. Oh, wow. These individual scenes are just wowing me. Look at this. Yeah, all these like dandelions floating in the galaxy and everything. Yeah, the motion and the beauty of it is just awesome. Oh, and there's Ovted Fastash in her mechanical form. Yeah, Sinister Maker had Ovted Fastash in her mechanical form in this video as well. Yeah, so there's some of the characters that are being, you know, across both videos. Yeah, listen to this music. This is cool. I like this style of music. Okay. And yep, so we want to like that. I often forget to do that. So that's Changes Coming by Sinister Maker. And then I wanted to go and look at this one, Reach for the Sky by RenegadeShuriken. He's got only this one video. Yeah, he's got only this one video. And let me show you, where is it? Oh yeah, here we go. So yeah, I watched this twice on live streams because for a while everyone was watching it. And because I watched it twice, I figured I would never do a react to it. So I did this post a couple months ago shouting it out. And yeah, I'm coming back and I'm actually reacting to it now. And yeah, so this is not a fresh react. This is not a fresh react. Sorry about that. But this is one of those things that, you know, when I first watched it, I was like, you know, it's good, but it's not that good. But then I kept thinking about it and I kept coming back to it and watching it every so often. I was like, you know, it kind of grows on you over time. You know, some things are like that. You're like, well, you know, I didn't think it was that good, but I keep coming back to it. And this was one of those things. And so I really wanted to get a reaction for him, especially since this guy has only the one video. And, you know, if he had like a bunch of videos by now, I might go and do one of my catch-up react sessions and then, you know, grab this video while I'm at there to give it a react. I might do that. but he just keeps sitting here with just one video. So I felt like, you know, I gotta get this thing, because he really deserves a reaction, you know, kind of like I said in my post about it. I felt like he really deserved one, but he didn't get one. So now let's do the non-fresh react. Okay, so my little submission and appreciation of Skyebrows and the Skyebros community took a little bit longer than I intended, but here you go, enjoy. And then a whole huge list of cameos. Yeah, look at this. And then, of course, I am there, right there. Okay, so let's go through it, and I'll try not to just sit there and pause and identify everyone, but just sort of the people that might be harder for you to identify. Okay, let's go. And this one might be a little bit harder to identify because Nicola, you know, looks pretty much like just a generic girl. But that is Nicola, right there.
Vision merging, quiet dawn. Glimmers wake, the night is gone. Friends link arms, a gentle chain. Turns faint sparks to steady flame. Reach for the sky, claim the open high. United we rise beneath endless light. No walls remain, just...
And this is kind of a joke because Skyebrows wants to be depicted as like totally monochrome. So he's like trying to tan. Yeah, so that's like really funny.
Pure delight, this beat is ours. Reach for the sky.
Oh, and that one is actually me right there with Ovted Fastash. Yep, that is my cameo. Oh yeah, thank you RenegadeShuriken for a cameo, thank you.
Murmurs lift the heavy veil.
Yep, and see, this is the thing from the thumbnail. Yeah, it's the thing from the thumbnail. Look at that. It's because Philip Chan does hilarious reactions to this recurring joke. That's why.
Colors bloom on every trail. Core ignites the wide unknown. Guest spots weave, we're not alone.
Okay, and then see this guy? He appears not just in this video, but in other videos by other people once in a great while. And a lot of times people are like, who's that? Who's that? This is RenegadeShuriken, his self-representation character. See, you can see right there. Yep, you can see right there, RenegadeShuriken. That's him there. Mm-hmm.
Claim me open high. United we rise beneath endless light. No walls remain, just pure delight. This...
And then we've got Feeble Mind trying to decide between a Santa hat or a Burger King crown, which is extra hilarious.
Pure delight, this beat is ours. Reach.
Oh yeah, and then this is this guy with the horns is actually the X-Count, but the AI refused to give him bat ears and kept giving him horns, so it just had to be kept.
Reach for the sky. Whoa, whoa. Higher.
And then Skyebrows' own mother in real life, Caroline. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and then this one is a cameo fest that's really hard to recognize. So that the holy ball is inside the lantern, and that's before he got a body, when he was just a metallic ball. And then the two things on the table, that's enter 2 credits. That's a cameo. So that was before enter 2 credits started appearing as a person. It was just the 2 credits. Yeah, so very cool. So yeah, I wanted to say that this song, it's got this song that sounds like it's very generic, like a song that you've heard, you know, things very similar to it 1,000 times before, but it's like, it's simple, but it works. It's like, it's like, you know, it's the beach episode kind of song, which is what this whole video is, and it feels good to listen to. It's like, it's not something that you think you'll want to listen to again, but then I found myself coming back every so often and listening to it again. It's just like, hey, I just want to hear that again. So yeah, it's that kind of song. It's pretty simple, it's nice, but it's more re-listenable than I thought it was at first. Yep, not extremely re-listenable, but more so than I thought at first. Oh yeah, and then Don P. Bongwater, and I think he doesn't want to be cameoed anymore, or actually I think he doesn't care if he's cameoed anymore, he just doesn't want the @ symbol to annoy him or something like that, but yeah, so, but this was before he was saying anything like that, so, and then we got Rida Zero, and his handler, the android cat girl.
Embrace constellations form this sacred space. Waves of thought pull us along.
Okay, and then this is Psychro, the friendly survival specialist, without his gas mask and his usual stuff, and without his scars. And this is actually a form that barely appeared back when this video was first made, but he's been using this form more and more often now. So this form appears more frequently, and with him is Gaming Syndicate. And yeah, so it used to be that the main way that people told these two apart was color schemes. That Gaming Syndicate had the black, dark gray, and red color scheme with the red glowing eyes, and this guy had oftentimes the red hoodie or other red clothing, and the green glowing eyes and the green glowing gas mask. So yeah, they often appeared together, but usually not him in this form. So this was an early appearance of this style of form before it became more common like it has been now.
Pull us along, we craft the fire, make it strong. Seize the boundless high.
Oh yeah, and a very early appearance of David of the Light, a moth. Yeah, he appears more commonly now. And then, of course, Happy Harbl here. Yeah, David of the Light. This is a pretty early appearance of him.
Glowing as one, chasing.
And Lifu and her husband Zen. Yeah, this was back when they used to get cameoed more often. They don't get cameoed that much anymore. I mean, they still do, but not as often as they did back in this era.
Every dream, every whisper builds every...
Oh, and Sir Squintifer is what he was named back then, but now he's Sir Squints, with Nihilith, and the joke is that Nihilith is watching someone else eat. Yeah, that's really cool. That's an insider joke.
Bond redeems this rhythm live.
And then here's RenegadeShuriken again, and I guess he's got this green power that comes out of his fingers, because that's what he just did. Okay.
Reach for the sky!
Oh yeah, but yeah, look at this. It's the animation is a little bit low resolution in places, and but it's got this nostalgic style. It's sort of like Archie Comics, but like a more detailed version of that style. It's not as simplistic, it's more detailed. And it's very consistent throughout the entire music video. Yeah, that suddenly changed aspect ratio here, but mostly it's been a very consistent style of animation that just works. And that's pretty rare to have consistent animation all the way through. So that's one of the reasons why I was really impressed by it. And then the Skyebrows cinematic universe. Yeah, I like it when people make their own unique logo. Okay, so very cool, and as you can see, I already thumbsed it up long ago, and so that was Reach for the Sky, the Obligatory Beach Tribute AI music video by this guy, RenegadeShuriken. And so then I wanted to go to another one, Taro Dravenox, and so this is another guy right here. He's got more than one video, but most of them are just looped animation with music. So he's only got these two that actually are animation. And Forever the Skyebros, a Skyebrows Tribute, I did react to this, you know, like a couple months ago or so. Let me show you the post. Yep, 2 months ago. So I made a big old reaction video with 5 videos on it. And when I was done reacting, I had a 10-second video with no sound. Yeah. And so I made a list of the videos I reacted to it. This one was one of those. And I was like, oh, I hope I'll get back to these. And some I did. And this one, I'm getting back to it now. And I tried to avoid it because I wanted to forget as much as possible about it so it could be closer to a fresh react. So yeah, this is from March 15th, so it's gonna look rougher like, you know, videos back from March did. I remember that much, that it, you know, it definitely doesn't look as polished as most of the videos do now, but I think that I was impressed with it, and it kind of reminded me of Fashizi's videos, if I remember right. But I don't remember a lot about it, and I did try to avoid it so that my reaction can be as fresh as possible. And let's see, we don't have a cameo list, we just have lyrics, but I remember there were a bunch of cameos in here. Okay, so let's get a non-fresh react, but it's been a while, and I've seen like hundreds of videos in the meantime in the Skyebrows community, so my memory has faded, and let's try to be as fresh as we can be. Let's go. Okay, so we got Skyebrows himself, we've got DJ Nathaniel in his earlier wizard form, and we've got Feeble Mind. He doesn't have an eye patch, but I believe he's got the golden eye. Yeah, he's got the golden eyes, and he doesn't have his eye patch, but the golden eye is correct here. Okay, let's keep going.
As a midnight blue voices rising like a silver moon, every street light tells a tale.
Oh, and then we got the X Count, who looks like a girl but is not a girl. That's an AI error, or it might be from when people were thinking of him as a girl, because he kind of looks like a cat girl in the Skyebrows video cameo in Cream of the Slop, a Skyebrows original. We got Counterintelligent, we got Keen, the pirate VTuber, and we got Silas Frostrunner. It looks like he's only got one ear. Okay, let's keep going.
A brother strong that never fail. When the shadows start to fall, you can hear the distant call from every heart across the land. 1,000 voices take a stand when the world turns cold and gray.
Yeah, I I was deliberately not pausing to identify everyone because I wanted to listen to the music without constantly interrupting it so I could kind of evaluate it. And yeah, this is cool music, and it's got inspiring lyrics. And we got a bunch of people in here like Dot Pocket, arm wrestling with Kinney the Hound, while Bupela, Nihilith, and Fashizi watch. And yeah, this, I was thinking this sounded more like Fashizi sound than but yeah, it doesn't sound as much like Fashizi as I was thinking it had. So my memory is a little bit off there. Okay, let's keep going. And then we got Reven Mango, Mavluck, Torstwolf. He doesn't have his halo, and this is his old form before he added the red streaks in his hair. And then Lord Intellectual, and his vest is the wrong color, and his pants, but otherwise he's basically okay.
1,000 voices take a stand when the world turns cold.
And we got Leaflet, Celestium, and Ember Paradox. Okay, and now let me stop pausing it constantly. Let's listen to it.
And gray, we light the night and find a way. We are the Skyebros, shining bright, electric hearts in the darkest night. When one falls.
Oh, and there is Taro Dravenox, self-representation character. Yeah, he gets cameoed sometimes in other people's videos, and a lot of times people are like, who's that? And look, he's got an updated version of what he looks like here. But yep. So this is what he used to look like in his earlier cameos in other people's videos, because they base it on this. And then now he looks more like this. Okay, so let's keep going.
Down we all unite. Skybros rising in the light. Through the storm we never slow. Every star begins to glow. Side by side.
Yeah, and then we got some errors like DJ Nathaniel suddenly changed hats from this hat to this hat. But you know, those types of AI errors were really common back in March.
Wherever we go, that's the way of the Skyebros. From the rooftops to the streets.
Oh, and then Lifu and her husband Zen. And then we got Nazca, Holy Goddess, and her husband Trucker Man. Yeah, this was back in the era when these two got cameoed more often than they do now.
Every rhythm, every beat carries stories far and wide.
Oh yeah, Julie LaCroix, Eli Lee, Powder, Kivox, Chiral Chikage, and Banana Juju, the monkey VTuber. Yeah, this is a pretty cool scene. And look, we've got a lot of people in the same scene without much distortion. It can be really hard. I mean, I see some on like Julie's eyes and one of Eli Lee's eyes, and then this nose is pretty distorted. But it, you know, kind of looks like a fox nose, so maybe he's starting to transform into a fox, you could say. But yeah, it looks pretty good, you know, for its era.
Of standing strong with fearless pride. When a brother's lost his way.
Oh, and then there's Cross Legends. Yeah, he used to get cameoed a lot, and he doesn't get cameoed that much anymore. This guy, he's a pretty rare cameo. I think War Moose, Antibot, Psychro, the friendly survival specialist. He's got the green eyes and the gas mask. Gaming Syndicate, Itami Works, and I'm not sure if this dog is supposed to represent anyone.
We turn the dark to break of day, hands held high.
Okay, and then we got Rivunami, although he has 2 horns instead of 1 horn. He's supposed to have only 1 horn, but it's really hard to get the AI to do that. We got Griffin Knight, Yeah, he's missing his horns and his wings are distorted. We got Ben, Ride a Zero, and I have no idea who this is. Let me, is there a cheat sheet anywhere? No, this isn't one of those with the cheat sheet. Okay. Okay, I don't know who that is. Okay, let's keep going.
Across the sky, together we will always fly.
Oh, wait. Is this Hawk's Inferno? His wings are like on fire. This might be Hawk's Inferno, but I think this is the wrong hair color for him. Yeah, this might be Hawk's Inferno. And then this is a robot called Ben, and then he's got like a string of numbers after the Ben.
When the world tries pulling.
Oh, yeah, a lot of distorted faces. It's really hard to do this. So, Neum, the Sea Bunny VTuber, Venetrix the Wolf, Zayla, Cat Girl, Lusty Lynx, Cat Girl. Who is this? Not sure. Might be Ember Paradox in cat form, but she appears to have a fox tail. And this is Mizuki in her Blackford form.
Us apart, we ignite 1,000 hearts. We are the Skyebros shining bright.
And then here, this is Night Owl.
Electric hearts in the darkest night. When one falls down, we all unite. Skyebros rising in the light. Through the storm, we never slow. Every star begins to glow. Side by side, wherever we go. That's the way of the Skyebros. Strings rising, voices.
Oh, yeah. And then we got Eustace the Useful, Kitsuragi, Moomy Playing Games, Dull Demon, Vesper. This is Rudy. I know his hat says FedEx and his shirt, but it's supposed to say Fed Up. Oh, and then we got a picture of Taro Dravenox in the background. We got Ovted Fastash, Angry Duck, the Holy Ball, and is that enter 2 credits with the 2 coins on here? That might be enter 2 credits.
Hear the thunder in the sky. No one standing.
And then JJ and a Wild Iraqi who recently rebranded his channel. He's now Highlander. Yeah, he's Highlander. It's spelled weird though. It's not spelled like the movies.
Here alone tonight. We lift each
And then Nicola with Roboticus Prime.
other high. We are the Skyebros shining bright. Electric hearts in the darkest night. When one falls down, we all unite. Skyebros rising in the light. Through the storm, we never slow. Every star begins to glow. Side by side.
Yeah, I like the mood of this song. This is a really happy song, not just in the lyrics, but in the music itself. The music itself, it's like uplifting and it's got the happy mood. I like that.
Wherever we go, forever we are Skyebros.
Okay, so very cool. And then of course that one I gave it a thumbs up ages ago. And that is the 7th one. 7 creators with 7 videos, and they're all small creators in the Skyebrows community. And yeah, I wanted to showcase a bunch of little ones, and a lot of times it's just hard to arrange that, but I was able to get a bunch of them collected together, and it was really fun looking at those. Some new ones, some old ones, some really obscure people that hardly anyone's heard about in the Skyebrows community, but you know, everyone starts somewhere and they might be getting big. You know, who knows where they'll be in a few months. They might be real big ones in a few months. So yeah, that's really cool stuff. And I was glad to do a reaction. It was lots of fun.